My name is Tlholohello Motsamai, and Lolo really is short for what is a mouthful, in the name Tlholohello. I was born and bred in the Free State, Bloemfontein, Tlholohello. And this is where I grew up. I studied from primary until tertiary level. Even my working career started here. So, as I said, I was born and bred in the Free State, the very cold Free State. Who am I? I'm a very passionate person. I talk a lot, and I guess it also comes with what I do as a marketer, an entrepreneur / marketer and business development consultant. So I can talk for days, particularly, as I said, I'm very passionate about a lot of things. I love music, for me, when nothing makes sense, music always does. Whether you're sad, happy, or whatever mood you're in, music is a way of just uplifting a spirit. I'm a mother, an aunt, a daughter, an entrepreneur, but at the end of the day, I'm a woman.
Tell us a little about your business and the service you offer.
Basically, Olivia Energy Projects is a engineering procurement contractor in the solar PV market or space. So what basically that means is we would, in terms of solar projects, we would do the procurement, procurement of materials for solar systems. We would do the engineering part as well as the commissioning of the systems. You'll see in the video as I go to the workshop how we, put together our plug and play solar systems and what they look like. So basically, we are, as I said, an engineering procurement consulting firm, contractor in the renewable energy space, with the core focus on solar PV or solar photovoltaic industry or market.
How did you get into the energy sector?
My career started in the banking industry. I started working there as a retail marketing consultant, and I think that's where my business development and marketing skills were honed. Fast forward to 3 years later, in the banking industry, I got tired. Remember, I said I was born and bred in the Free State, so I'd been in the province my whole life. I decided to move to Johannesburg, and this is where I was introduced to the energy sector / solar thermal heating space through a company called Solar Heat Exchanges. I remember at the time when I just joined the company, what really stood out for me about the sector, the energy sector, renewable energy in particular, was the industry ethos, in that, with renewable energy, you're also able to mitigate climate change, and the idea that you could generate hot water using solar, which is the sun, is something that really I found captivating and fascinating.
How did you find out about the Basali Development Programme, and how has the program impacted your business?
A week prior coming across the program, there was a Standard Bank Basali Empowerment event that was organized in my town, Bloemfontein. And for some reason, I didn't receive the invite, and I was brooding over that, I'll be honest. A week, I think, or 2 weeks later, I can't remember, Kalandra, what I was doing on the internet. I came across the program, and I started applying. And for me, it felt like a pacifier from Jesus to say, you missed that event. Here's an exciting opportunity. I tell you, it was purely coincidental, but as a believer, I really believe it was a divine intervention on the last 3 workshops, where the focus has been on financial management. I think we tend to focus on the core services of the business, the product, the service, and neglect the financial aspect of the business. So that has really come in quite handy for me. I've learned, look, I've had exposure through a business management program that I did through the Free State Business School. It was great, yes, but with the workshop where there's been, through the workshop rather, where there's been robust interactions with the facilitators and other Basali in the program, it really has been an eye-opener, and I've learned a lot.
What are your words of encouragement to fellow entrepreneurs?
Entrepreneurship is not an easy journey. It's not a cliche. The reality is entrepreneurship is tough. And I think also the expectation that comes with being an entrepreneur is that we are 24/7 on high confidence level. I am a firm believer of courage over confidence, right? I am a strong believer in being courageous, and a lot of milestones that I've managed to achieve thus far in this sector as a woman in this, what is still very much a male-dominated sector, is courage. So my motto is always courage over confidence. You are not always going to feel confident. You are not always going to feel confident about yourself. You're not always going to feel confident about your product or service, your company, even the industry or the sector, because every industry comes with its own challenges. But if you're courageous, if you tell yourself in the morning that no matter how I feel, and this is one of my favorite saying, which is quite apt for today as well, is no matter how you feel, dress up and show up.